Silence. That is the best way to be greeted by this game, because the audio cue clips can become annoying. But anyhow, let's just get back into it, and I'll show off a little bit more of At the Gates. Loading, loading, loading. Alright, so it's a new turn. And Attila has something to say to me. Attila the Huns has an important matter to discuss. Alright, so you are the villain and should be recognized as such. So, leaders have announced this to the world, which will affect how others leaders behave in the future. So, something I know about Attila is that, he is basically very, adversarial to people. And basically likes to make enemies of people if he wants. He might do that to me at some point, but for now, basically, it's not too bad. He's not, at war with me or anything, so it's fine for now, I guess. That's actually a pretty bad thing because, he's really, really close to me. Because I moved, closer to him. But, whatever. Alright, let's see here. Well, Emperor Gratian did something to Bayan. He got denounced for it. We have miners. Now, something I actually forgot about doing, by the way, I actually have this guy having a desire. It's actually in my, best interest to get this guy's desire, fulfilled real quick before it becomes an issue. So, what I may want to do with this guy is we're going to quickly, move him down toward my settlement, I think. And once I get him to my settlement, he'll basically, get his desire granted, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Alright, you're here. I'll note with this guy here, by the way, I'm probably going to try and move him over here, across the water when I get a chance to. So, for now I'm going to basically just keep him in this area. And it looks like this, is, the end of the landmass over here. So what I'm going to do with him probably, I'll probably start moving him down in this direction over here, and we'll wait for winter to come, and when the winter freezes the river over, we move my guy over the river, and then, we can see what's going on over there. And, of course, this guy, now is in Roman territory, so I'll note, by the way, this is a Roman road, and these are basically very, very good for, as you can probably guess, running around, because, engineering marvels of antiquity allow, to move over very, very quickly, so basically, go like this, and that's one full move for this guy, basically, already. And I might actually move him over here to see what's over here, so let's go like this, and that. And I'll get the chance to basically see what's, over at the water's edge there if I can. Here, of course, is my surveyor. I think with him, I'll move over here to identify these animals. That'll probably identify these. I'm actually not sure what I'm going to do with, my, game, by the way. I'm not really... Basically, in this game, I want to move, your settlement around to, more beneficial areas for yourself. I may at some point want to move my guys, away from, this area. Probably will. When I get the chance. Let's do that. I'll know this at this point. I really should start to get into honor, to start getting my military stuff going, research and such. But at this point, I'm gonna get myself lore keepers, I think, for knowledge, perhaps. Yeah, I'm thinking knowledge would be the best thing for me to get. And the reason I'm going to get lore keepers, by the way, is because at some point I plan to have this guy come back to the settlement to, turn into, this, a stationary type of character in the settlement. The thing about having charismatic for a trait here is that it makes him very, very good to have inside your settlement because it basically stops you from committing crimes. And because he never gets infused with people, he's good to have around just to, not engage in fuse with people. She also never engaged in fuse with people, she's also nice as well. Alright, let's just finish this turn. You're hunting. Don't need to attach a node anywhere, so let's just, yeah, finish the turn. And of course the caravan has arrived. Okay, this guy over here, I need to move him somewhere. I'm thinking of this guy here. I probably want to make him like curve around here so he was up in this direction, so let's go with him like this. And that is a scary thing to see right there, but we're going to try and run around that bandit. You can just go right there, and right there, and apparently there's a deposit of something over there. And let's go back over here. Alright, so I got a caravan coming. Now, I want to know at this point that something I really need to do right now is get myself some more cloth, basically, so I can increase my supply limit. Because basically at this point I've got a lot of, like, fame, but I can't get any more clans, so I don't have any room for them. So I really have to get myself 5 cloth right now, basically to, fix that problem. I can sell stuff I don't need, like, say, like, I don't need these grapes, so I can sell them off. And I could also do it well to sell maybe a weapon, perhaps, so I can sell maybe one of these weapons off. That'll get me, like, a little bit of cloth, but cloth is fairly expensive. Like, you need to have, as you can see, like, 75 gold, basically, to buy any cloth. So what else we'll probably sell is probably just lumber, perhaps. So I don't really need lumber for a lot of stuff right now, so we can sell off that a little bit. I don't really need to have the iron that much either, so we can sell off a little bit of iron. And I know by like you have like integers for like stuff here, so as like your money goes up, it's going up by integers, not by like single decimal digits. If you haven't like figured that out already, we're just gonna sell off what we need to get our cloth up, and I can buy 5 cloth. Now, buying 5 cloth basically means that I can go to my clans here and I can increase the clan limit. That basically means that right now I can now have up to 18 clans, which would be very, very beneficial for, this part of the game. I should probably know as well, by the way, that you can also fortify your clan to, like, make it so like it has like a better, like, raise for stuff. That's something I might want to do at some point, but right now I don't really need a whole lot of, like, influence for my clan, so it's fine for what it is right now. There's lots of stuff to actually see that I haven't done yet, so we'll get to it when we get to it. Okay, we're just going to produce some money and gold from you. I should probably know something, by the way. I'm actually getting lots of money now because we now have like this trader here. And traders, of course, produce money for you. And because this guy's also good at, like, producing extra money, I guess, he's even better for it. So basically, this is a very important like thing, the trading post, because I guess do lots of money early on in the game to like let you do other stuff with the caravan. And then with, like, sell off goods I don't really want to sell, like, iron, for example. Alright, for some reason both the Roman legions are sitting there. Huh. Well, someone praised someone else. Alright, you're here. I want to get you to maybe go there. Actually, you know what? We can send them over here. And I can send them over here like this to explore a little bit more of a, the area. Alright, you. Go here. Ooh, there's fish right there. Go right there. And go right there. Huh. For some reason, there's an Eastern Roman legionnaire over here for some reason. That's interesting. That means I could probably go down over here, perhaps. He's pillaging something for some reason right now, but whatever. That's what, the AI will do in this game, will pillage stuff. Okay, how would you go here, here, and here? This looks like it's going to be like a landmass for itself over here, so once I explore all this, we'll see what the Goths are all about. You're just going to produce more money for me for now. And that'll be it for this turn. For some reason, someone likes to praise Valens quite a bit. And yeah, they really need to fix up a lot of to-do stuff over here, but whatever. Alright, now training lore keepers. This guy managed to identify this as a large herd of horses over here. Let's identify this. Alright, now down here, we have Carthage apparently, so we found basically 2 cities, Londinium, Carthage Nova, and now, you know, Carthage itself. I'll note that with like the city names for like the Romans here, as you can probably guess, it's basically based on the old names of antiquity. So you have Carthage, which is basically like, you know, in Tunis of Africa. You have Londinium, which is basically like, you know, the old name for London. Carthage Nova, New Carthage, which is basically in like Iberia. Oh, down there. Interesting enough, it looks like the Eastern Roman Empire is actually connected to the Western Roman Empire. I don't know if they actually made that, so like, you know, that's now a thing, by the way, but it's interesting to see, like, you know, the two like factions now like sort of next to each other like this, because they weren't in, like, you know, in previous versions at all. And alright, so there's a bunch of guys over there. And there's a marsh here. I really don't want to move into a marsh if I don't have to, so I'm just going to move this guy over here. We'll run around the river if I can, I guess. Ooh, there's the bandit camp. Alright, so, interesting. Move my guy right there for now. I may not be able to get into this area because of the bandits, and that's just, you know, something that's just going to happen sometimes. You'll have bandits all over the place. Just keep producing, like, golden, like, you know, fame for me, I guess. We're just going to be a little bit out before we get our next, like, you know, clans I can basically do stuff with. So, at this point, I really just want to, like, you know, get, like, a beneficial, like, you know, profession for my guys later on that you basically use. That could be stuff like, you know, trawlers, which basically helps with, like, fishermen, helping you get, like, lots more, you know, food for stuff. Pliers is also pretty good for farmers, which I have yet to research yet, but that's something I get as well. That's just for diggers. Smelters is pretty good, increases your production of iron. Anvil makers help you make more tools and weapons. And toolsmiths basically produce a large amount of tools from iron, but training requires steel. Basically, like, you know, a blacksmith, like, you know, helps you make, like, you know, two tools from 2 iron each turn. Toolsmiths are basically 8 tools for 8 iron a turn, so really, really nice to have. I should probably note, by the way, because I have a blacksmith and because I have an iron source, I'm actually getting lots of, like, you know, tools as a result of that. I may want to get this guy, because I can basically turn my guy, who's currently in the settlement, into a toolsmith, and basically get a lot more tools being made. So I may want to do that. Also coal makers over here, but whatever. We're just going to train ourselves a toolsmith. Alright, so this guy's basically made to a settlement. If I enter the settlement with him, next turn he'll have his desire granted, and then we'll have to worry about him, like, you know, complaining about being cold. So, we'll finish our turn. It's very important to grant your desires to your clans, because it basically makes them more productive quickly, so it's worth doing and rather than holding off. And yeah, basically these guys are now very, very happy, because, like, you know, I basically granted their desire. And they're very happy about that. Now, note, by the way, this is actually another clan that'd be worth having, like, inside my, like, you know, my settlement, but for now we're just going to keep him as a gatherer until, like, we, you know, don't really need to do much else. Just forge that. Okay, there's an archer there for the Goths. They might be able to get rid of these guys for me, which is very, very nice. Let's just send you here and right there. And I guess if this guy here, we're just going to move you... That's still far enough away, it's fine. Move you here. I really don't need to, like, you know, explore around Lepus Magna over here, or Melcila, so we're just gonna head back on the road up here to, like, you know, look around over this area. Aren't Roman roads awesome? You basically get to run up and down like crazy. Now, let's see here. Something I might want to do over here, by the way, is actually move this around, this, like, logging camp, so we're gonna pack up my summit to, like, move it around, I think, for a moment. I basically had to place it over here so I can basically get, like, you know, access to, you know, the trader area right here. But I want to basically move it around to, like, you know, get access to, like, more logging when we get the chance, so that will be something I want to do as well. So we're just going to finish our turn. Alright, we got ourselves a new guy. We'll deal with that in a moment, but for now, we'll move you here, right there, and perfect. Moving right here will basically let me build a logging camp right there, which would be very, very useful. And I'm pretty good about leaving him right there, I think, as well. So let's just unpack this guy right here. That'll be a good place for myself to be right now. A new clan has joined. This guy's basically Spiffing Linux, so he starts with extra levels in metalworking, and he has an extra 2 tools to my stockpile when he comes. He's also an epicure, so he's not very good about fighting, and he's not very good about actual professions. But he's very, very likely to be happy if he's basically, like, you know, inside a summit or inside, like, you know, smithing, doing something like that. He'd actually be a good miner, by the way, just to throw it out there, because miners are technically something else that could be used to, like, do that, useful things. You may want to do that, I guess, maybe. I do have access to train miners, by the way, so what I might do, I think, is actually train him to be a miner. And we'll go from there. But you can go up to here. Let's send my guy over here, and he'll basically look around in this area for what's happening with the Romans. And we'll send you over here. This guy here, because this has been pillaged over there, I can, like, move this guy around this area without, like, you know, much worry, so moving this over here. This guy I'm just going to train to be a miner, I guess, because that'll be something that, like, you know, puts him inside a structure. And then being inside a structure, you can, like, you know, do our stuff. This guy I'm actually going to move over here, I think, to identify with this rock. And we'll see what that's all about. Let's just finish a turn, I guess. I was buying iron, by the way, but you can see that now I don't have iron, it's going down for my blacksmith to use. You're going to go here and identify what this is. It'll move up over here to, like, get on there. This guy here, I think, has done enough, you know, exploring down this direction, so I'm just going to get him to move back to the summit, become my lore keeper. That'll be his job. You basically explore over here. Let's just get you over here now. And boom. Interesting enough, by the way, there's a little bit of road over here. This is this normal road that the gods are building, so that's something that, you know, you'll see AI can basically do. This guy's over here now, so look at that. We found the Eastern Roman territory. We're going to now basically see what they're all about. This guy here, for some reason, these guys supply exhausted. I don't know why, but whatever. Let's send you right over here. And there we go. He's now inside the city here of Lugdunum. All the German city names, you know, of antiquity. Let's get that going. And I'm just going to finish my turn, I guess. Oh. You got interest in something, this guy here. We'll deal with that in a moment. Let's have this guy move around over here a little bit more. Hey, look at it. We found the capital of the Roman Empire. Or, actually, that's not the capital. I think the capital is actually Massilia at this point in time, but whatever. There's Rome. Good old Rome. There's Trier. And let's move you over here a little bit. Alright, this guy can move over here to explore a little bit, so we'll do that. Let's have him go here. And there's Roman territory, so let's go see what the Eastern Roman empires are up to. And we'll see all their lovely names. I'll note at this point, by the way, now we got some alcohol and stuff like that that's interesting. Let's see, what do I really want for my settlement right now? I know we're actually getting lots of money at this point, so what I really need to do for my settlement at this point is actually start to get more upgrades for the caravan stuff. So let's just upgrade our caravan, and this will basically increase the amount of stuff he'll basically able to bring to me. So it'll cost me a lot to upgrade it, but it'll be worth it for long haul for sure. All right, the settlement is idle. We already know what he's going to do, so get back to producing. Awesome. This guy made here, he's going to enter the settlement. I'm actually going to train this guy to be my lore keeper, right? So, I'll note by the way, this actually gets rid of the tools that this guy had, I guess, which is unfortunate, but we're producing net tools now anyway, so it's not as big a deal. So he'll just be a lore keeper, and then that'll be it for him. We won't worry about what he's doing. Alright, this guy developed an interest. What are your interests? He's expressed an interest in switching to a cell profession. So, this guy here, basically, he's outside, and he doesn't like the fact that he's basically outside like this. That's the thing, right? He doesn't like being outside doing stuff. But whatever. I'm not sure if a miner is considered an active profession or not, but oh, it is an active profession. I wonder I'll change if I actually turn him into a logger. Because well, you'll basically see what active basically means. These guys are basically out in the world as opposed to being inside the settlement doing stuff. For now, I'm basically just going to have him sit over here doing some stuff in a moment, so that'll be fine for him. I'll turn him into something else perhaps later, but for now, he's just fine as is, I guess. And look at that, I got lots of food going here. I got wheat, fish, meat. Consuming a lot of food as well, but we're actually making some progress getting food finally, which is nice. Alright, so that happened. I want to note, by the way, that you can see that they just dropped from 5 turns to discover to 2. Because we're basically getting a lot more knowledge now, because you have the lore keeper in my settlement, we're going to be getting a lot more professional research, which is very, very nice. And by the way, just logging camp degrade over here, so it's not producing very, very little timber. I'm probably going to make this guy ban this logging camp soon, but for now, what I want to basically do is let him just sit there until this guy discovers what's right here, and then this guy can put something there if it's useful, or move away if it's not. So that's something to do. You can go over here. And over here. There's a lot of fish, for sure, in the world. Okay, you can go here. And here. And just make your way over here. you're going to make your way down to whatever is happening over in this area. So there's a Roman city for the Eastern Empire. Corinth. I believe that's a Greek city. Move right there. Alright, so this guy's now a lore keeper, and that's perfect for him to basically be. Okay, this guy over here. Hopefully this guy behaves, but we're just going to have this guy sit here for a moment, and then I'll turn him into, like, you know, a miner when I get the chance. You're just going to skip your turn. Until I basically discovered this with the digger, I can't really do anything with the miner, so my miner's just going to be like sitting there waiting for the, you know, the digger basically finish his stuff. I should probably note, by the way, it's now early October, which means that, you know, it'll be a while before we get basically our caravan to come. So that's how this game works. And by the way, it's getting cold, because, you know, winter. You're just going to skip your turn. Alright, this guy over here. Nope, by the way, these are grapes, and, you know, because it's cold, I can't actually harvest the grapes, so it actually made no sense for sending this guy over here, but whatever. I guess I'll have to go back over to the berries, because I can actually harvest those. Again, it's cold, we can't actually harvest the, you know, the wheat here, so I guess with this guy here, he's just going to just have to sleep, I guess. Until he basically has something else to do. And look at that. There's a nice little bit of a connection going on over here. Interesting. Okay, that guy can sit right there for now. And we're going to have this guy go up here. Again, there's another city. It's Milan. Milan. They have mountains over here, apparently. Alright, this guy can go into the city here. And he's just going to move around on the roads. There's Pergamum. And we'll send this guy over here. There's Athens. That's very, very Greek. Let's do that with you guys. Okay, there's a new clan basically popping in. Alright, we basically found a large salt deposit here, apparently. I could construct a salt mine here. But apparently I'm lacking timber to do so, so... Well, I guess, like, you know, you need a lot more timber than what I'm expecting you to need for structures anymore, so that's a thing. And that's scary. You need to move away from that barbarian. At this point, we're just going to abandon this, like, you know, log camp because it's not really useful to me anymore. I think the digger here, he's already done his job, basically finding out what's here. We're just going to send him back over here to dig over more iron. I think I will want this, like, you know, at some point, just, like, you know, solved. By the way, I gotta dig over here, these guys, but, what's the thing here? Really, at this point, I can't really do anything with that miner right there. So I guess he's just going to wait inside his territory for now, I guess. So you're just going to camp there, I guess. Okay, this guy's over here. There's a pink guy over here, apparently. I think that's the Evars. So we'll see what they're up to. This guy basically ran out of supply because of where I moved him. There, we'll fix that by just moving him back over here. Alright, so there's a new clan. We got Clan Warren. These guys are resourceful, which basically means that they never have desires. They will never suffer damage on tile unless there's a supply. and they're also imaginative, so they're very, very good about, like, you know, discovery professions, so that's nice. Not sure what I'm going to do with these guys here, but I could make another trader or a surveyor. They could actually be very, very good surveyors, these guys, because I could actually make them go out to, like, do some surveyor stuff, and I wouldn't really miss them, the fact, because they're, you know, the thing about them is that they're actually good for being outdoors, because they're resourceful, and at the same time, because they're imaginative, like, you know, I have to have them in a discovery profession, so having these guys as a surveyor would be probably a good idea, so let's do that with them. So that'll be done. I'm basically trying to decide what I really need to do right now, and I really should be, like, investing in honor in agriculture, but I'm sort of waiting for, like, you know, a good, like, you know, thing to pop up for it. So what I could do is actually send this guy in here, I think. We're just going to send this guy into the settlement. And we're going to study agriculture with him, I guess. Just to sort of, like, boost up his agriculture skill. And I'll basically, like, you know, do other stuff of, like, you know, agriculture, like, research, I guess. For now. Generally, I like to have new clans pop into my, like, you know, summits. So basically, I can, like, you know, get them to do, like, you know, research that'll make it, like, you know, them beneficial for stuff. But you work with what you've got, so you can move right there. And as you can see, the Romans are very, very big factions, as you can probably guess, because, you know, they're empires. Not like the rest of the people in the world. I really need to clean out the bands down to south, I think, so okay, we're just going to make this guy even better at agriculture, I guess. Alright, so my log camp was basically, like, you know, dismantled because we basically got rid of it. I'll note that with, like, you know, our buildings, they basically produce a aura of influence around them. Once they're gone, basically you lose that influence, so these guys are now outside my settlement here. But whatever. This guy's just going to move his way back over to here, I guess, basically produce a new logging camp over here. I can't really do anything without, you know, wood, so this guy can just wait for now. No benefit to, like, moving him right now. Here's my new surveyor. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with surveyor, by the way, right now, because, you know, there's a bank camp down here, and I could go down here to, like, you know, look at stuff, but there's really no reason for me to do so. Well, I guess there is reason to find out what stuff is down here, but ideally with this guy here, I'd be writing him, like, you know, doing, like, you know, sorry to say other stuff. Okay, you're going to be getting supply shortages, but whatever. Let's get you over here. Who's this guy up here, I wonder? Oh, you know what? These are the Lombards up here. I forgot I already saw these guys, so the Lombards are up here, basically. I don't like the fact there's barbarians right here. I'll note with, like, encampment, by the way, when you, like, encamp your guys, it actually reduces your guys', like, you know, defenses by half, so it's not really a good idea to do so when there's, like, enemies around. So we're gonna have this guy move away from the bands over here, I guess. Hide from them, I guess. And I'll send you up here. A little bit of wheat up there, apparently. Alright, this guy here, he's basically in, like, you know, fairly good territory for getting food, so we'll just move him down here. Put him right there. A couple more cities basically popping out. There's Constantinople. Of course, that'll be Istanbul in present day. And there's Damascus down in Syria. You're going to leave at this point, so I can basically get more food from you, so let's send you over here. I'll note, by the way, in 3 turns we'll deplete our deer here, and once those are basically gone, I can basically move this guy back to the purebreds or something else. I really want to turn this guy into, like, a more combative type of, like, character at some point, but for now he's just hunting, which is important for, like, food, I guess, so there's that. Produce this, and, by the way, now I have, like, access to, like, the agricultural text over here, so we're gonna get ourselves farmers, researched. You made here, that's awesome. I have no idea what Attila's diggers are doing over there, but whatever. Alright, apparently Clovis has changed his relation to Albion. Alright, you're gonna basically sit here a little bit longer. So... you need to encamp. I guess you're going to encamp. 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 Right now there's no enemies around these guys, by the way, so... I'm able to, like, move around a little bit. I'll note that this guy, by the way, he can move into, like, the snow much easier than, like, the other guys, because he's basically got resourceful. And then you're going to camp up here. Note to the scout, by the way. Because, like, I didn't camp him that turn, he actually lost 10% of his health and 10% morale. Basically, with supply being critical, you want to be very, very careful, because they actually take damage over time while they're basically losing that, supply critical. So, these guys actually suffer attrition damage from supplies. The scout's up there. You're going to move down here. Apparently there's some flooding happening down here in the world. Send you there. I don't know why, but I can't see past this, like, city here. Ravina, for whatever reason. Okay, you guys over here. Get over here. In Damascus. I guess this guy will just move up in this general direction, so we'll do that. There's Alexandria down in Egypt. Move him up over there, that guy. I'll see, produce some stuff with you. Well, someone declared war on Gratian. I think Clovis is probably, like, the Franks in this game. But I can't remember if that's exactly true. Okay, you're going to make your way down over here, as I said you were, so... Get him there. You, forage... You're just going to encamp a little bit more. These guys here are actually going to make for good watchdogs, I guess, for now, so we'll just put them there to, like, watch for the barbarians, or bandits, I guess, in the wilderness. And that is a giant spearman army for the Lombards right there. I should probably know something about armies, by the way, in this game. If you click on this guy's army, you'll actually see that he's got, like, a lot of power. Power basically dictates, like, how powerful, like, these armies are. So this is a very powerful army, and it's got some counter experience apparently as well. All right, these guys down here. How would you move here and here? So he's basically in a good spot. And then this guy down here. Oh, it was basically flooding on his tile. That's why I basically moved into that tile. Alright, that makes more sense for why I couldn't do anything over here. Let's send this guy up here. There's Aquila. Finding all the ruined settlements, And, at this point, I really shouldn't be, like, well, I guess I have to basically keep her a blacksmith. I should turn that guy who's basically over here into, like, what do you call it? this profession here. But until I basically have the chance to, we're just going to hold off on doing so and not worry about it. And one moment, I just have to cut the recording right here for just a brief moment. Alright, I had to step away for a moment there to do something. But anyways, I'm back at this point. Where was I? Clovis is apparently at war with the Empire of Gratian, so that's not really anything new. Let's study professions. So, at this point, professions. What am I going to study? Honestly, I have no idea. Getting a tinkerer wouldn't be a bad idea because I could upgrade, like, my lore keeper from the simple, like, guys right now to something much more beneficial to me. So, might do some research for that. All right, let's see what's happening. So, this guy's made it over here to the berries, so we can start foraging these. This guy over here, we can probably go down here safely, so let's do that. And I guess that's it for this turn, so let's just finish it. Apparently this guy decided to fortify himself right here on this, bit of grapes. That's something that bandits will sometimes do. They'll, like, prevent you from getting resources if they can. Let's just have this guy in camp over here for now. You're going to basically camp a little bit more because, still can't do anything with him. You are basically going to move down here, I think. We'll find out what this plant here is all about. You own camp. And it'd probably be safer to encamp this guy to move around, so let's just do that. I can move this guy around easily enough, I think, though, so let's go here. And here. Now, note, by the way, this is basically a frozen river, so we can basically move over the tile because it's basically frozen. Basically, unless frozen, which it is right now, you can, cross it. We wouldn't normally be able to cross the river if it's basically not frozen like this, but since it is, we can. Alright, let's see. Let's produce some more famous stuff. Ah, good. This guy made it over here. I'm basically going to make myself a logging camp right here, start getting more wood again, and we'll go from there. Now, what's this digger here doing for Tilla, I wonder? Okay, that guy's on the move again. Alright, this guy has, nothing to do still, but we'll build a long camp going here, and we'll hopefully get something going from there. This guy's immobilized, he can't actually do anything at the moment, so you're just going to camp. You can go down here, and just identify what this is. And let's let this guy go over to right there. Now, note something, because we're basically on roads here, we're able to move a lot faster even though it's wintertime. So roads are actually very useful if you build them for that sort of purpose. They can be built by surveyors, but I haven't been doing it myself just yet because I'm not really sure if I'm going to be sticking around in the current area I'm in. Okay, there's nothing else over here. So this is basically the end of the western area over here. There's an Aquila, and we'll be sending this guy back up here to explore this area, I guess. So let's get him back over here. Just put that guy right there. Something to note, by the way, is right now it's basically late January, and you notice basically how up here there's lots of snow, but down toward the tropical areas there's much less. So basically in this game, depending how bad the winters are, basically if I have a frigid winter it gets more cold down here, but essentially, like, the changing seasons, it basically will impact greatly, like, how livable certain areas are at certain times of the year. So right now, basically, it's like cold down here, and you can't really do anything, but there's like no snow. And then, like, as you go further down, and there's like deserts and stuff like that, you'll have like more like inhospitable areas which are still like salvageable in the winter, but they get much worse in the summer. And I'll see what that's all about when I basically get to it, I guess. But for now, we're just gonna just keep on going as we are. Alright, you're immobilized, so you can't do anything. And for some reason, this guy brought his digger over here, so he might be digging salt, the Huns. But we'll just have this guy in camp for now. This guy ran out of deer to hunt, so we're basically no longer getting deer from there. That's fine, though. You're just going to encamp here. And this guy over here, let's go 1. I didn't mind me move through like that, but whatever. Get over here. There's apparently some bands down this direction, apparently. Alright, apparently got ourselves a new clan, Clan Hagius. This guy is apparently a herder, so he's going to be very good livestock, type of ideas. And he's got no movement penalties when he's basically in hills. That's very interesting, though. Because he's a herder, he has to be in the livestock profession, so... What I'm going to do with him, I'm not really sure. I could, like, make him into a fisherman, perhaps, at some point, but... You're not going to get benefit from, like, walking on land with that. I might make him into a trapper, but... That's all something else I'm not really sure about doing. By the way, trappers are basically how you get access to, wool. Or flax. Or other stuff. A ranch might be worth getting. Not sure what I'll do with him, but we'll see in the future. He's not really at any risk of, like, causing feuds or, like, crimes or anything, so I might just leave him in a settlement for now until I decide what to do with him. Let's do that for now. And there's a bit of movement for some reason, but whatever. I guess all my guys are moving around as is. I really should be moving these guys around, like, long, like, routes like this. Something I know about this game is that the game's not very good about managing, like, these guys getting injured or not while they're basically suffering supply shortages. So it's very possible in this game to lose your units because you weren't paying attention to the supplies. And, like, you walk them over a long distance and, like, while I'm walking out and camping on the way. That's something that this game has yet to do. It doesn't have, like, an all-camp feature while they're basically running around. So you have to automatically do that, like, each turn. You need to for their supplies. Alright, it's starting to melt around here, which is good. Up by the way, over here, we have access to, timber, so we're going to get more timber now. Not sure what that digger's going to do, but we'll see probably next turn. My Reaper here, I'm going to put you right there for now, and you can just skip your turn. And I'll have you in camp. This guy here will start moving, I guess, toward the, our encampments and stuff. And interesting enough, apparently the Huns are very, very close to the Lombards, so this is an enclosed area over here, which is interesting. Let's move you right here. This guy's going to be moving on over here, so let's get him over here. Gotta move this guy basically to a more secure area, so let's move him right here, and then we'll move him over to here. And someone says idle once again. So, I'll note I just got myself tinkerers, right? Making this guy into a tinkerer would probably be a very, very good idea. Because then I could get access to, you know, more knowledge, basically get more professions. So we're going to probably do that, I think, right now with him. And while we're doing that, it's time to start researching some of the livestock stuff for my other guy area I basically got. I know a lot of this, like, you know, livestock, by the way, are all self-professions, so you don't really have these guys out in the world, so to speak. So the question is, what is, like, the best thing for my, you know, a guy who's going to be out in the world to do? And I might want to make him a rancher so he can basically go out and, like, you know, collect animal herds for me and stuff. That's something I'm thinking about doing right now. Nah, why not? We'll do that. Let's research ranchers so you can see, like, you know, what ranching is all about. I don't usually go very deep into livestock tree except for fishing, but in this case, I guess it'll be worth it, so I'll basically show it off. I can get, like, the purebreds and get war horses, I guess, in the future, perhaps. Alright, the digger's moving away. And it's still cold here, by the way, so I can't forage anything, but for the most part, things are getting a lot more pleasant to, like, you know, be around in here. Let's skip your turn. This guy here. You know, with this guy here, I'm actually going to move him back to my settlement, I think, at this point. So I can basically, like, you know, get him to train into, like, you know, military profession. That'll be very beneficial for him to do, I guess. By the way, this guy's collecting wood over here. So, wood collector. And let's move this guy over here, and here, and here. Now, it's interesting to note that the Huns actually can't actually make structures, but in, you know, I guess some odd fashion, they actually have, so, like, they'll actually have structures for them to make use of in the early game. But as a human player, I don't think you, like, you know, use, like, structures like this. But whatever. We identified some barley over here. Let's get this guy to run over here, I guess. And this guy up here is just going to explore in this area, so get over here. And let's get him to go right here. By the way, this river is, like, unfrozen now because, like, it's no longer winter, so that's a thing. And here comes the caravan, finally, from spring. Alright, a caravan has arrived. Till says stuff to him. Plans are idle. I got enough wood finally to build a salt mine here, so I might as well do that, so I can show off what, you know, mine's all about. So I'll note that basically, like, the diggers, you can, like, make mines and stuff, which is basically similar to, like, the wood camps, which lets you generate resources for a while before they degrade. So we're just going to do that right now, right here. This guy can't do anything just yet, so we're just going to camp him, I guess. There is a bandit right there, which is not the friendliest thing to see, so let's move him over here. By the way, there's the Lombards settlement. They're actually moving their settlement around, apparently, these guys, so they do it too, by the way, the enemy clans, so they're doing that right now. Let's get you over here. Alright, this guy is exhausted, so let's get him to a camp for now. And let's just get you over here, and right there, and right there, and right there. I assume this is probably, like, you know, not connected to anything over here, so this is a pleasant little area right there. Okay, visit caravan. I'll know at this point I really probably should get, like, some steel, so I can basically, like, you know, do stuff with my blacksmith to turn it into something better. I could sell these grapes though, make a lot of money doing that. I'm wondering if I want to keep the alcohol or the sheep eater, by the way, because I don't really need either of those, so... Sometimes it's worth to sell like the miscellaneous stuff that your guys bring to you that you don't really need. And I might want to do that. Alright, to change you into the toolsmith, I think it was. I do need to have 5 steel basically do that with her. That'll be worth doing basically to make lots of like tools later on. That's for steel tools, I don't really need those. You can make lots of different stuff in this game, by the way, so... The question is, what do you need your guys to make? And I think we're probably going to make, 5 tools just to, like, be able to, as you can see, this is very expensive to buy, but I'll be able to get, like, lots of tools for doing this, so it'll be worth it. And, yeah, let's just sell off the stuff I don't need, like the grapes, so get some money from doing that. We'll sell these sheep. I'm not sure I really need the alcohol for anything, so we might just sell those. There's a little bit of money made. I'm actually very tempted to start buying iron from like the caravan, because the more iron I basically make at this point, or buy, the more like I'll be able to make it for tools, which are like the tools, as you can see, basically like I can buy these for 7 gold. And I can buy like the iron for like 3 gold, so they're basically like, a little bit more valuable. It's really a question of like, what's worth buying, what's worth selling is the thing in this game. And right now I think buying like a bunch of steel or iron wouldn't be a bad idea, so I might want to do that. So let's buy some of this. I may want to buy cloth again in the future, but I don't really need it right now, so we'll hold off on that, I guess. And that'll be it for this turn, I think, so... A little bit of buying and selling. Now what's this barbarian over here, or bandit, is going to do? What is he going to do? I didn't want to move right there, because now I guess I can't go after these just yet. I'll have to wait for him to move around before I can basically, like, identify this stuff, but whatever. You basically get to wait, so just skip your turn. This guy here, you're just going to wait, because I can't, like, harvest stuff that's not like, harvestable. At this point, this guy should really move over to the grapes to start harvesting the grapes, so I'm going to do that with him. This guy here... I'm really trying to see, like, if, like, this, like, connected to anything over here, but not really important, caring too much about doing so, so... Let's just go up here, I think, of him. By the way, there's someone moving around. There's someone that can move pretty fast, because, it's got 5 moving points, so... It'll move around. It looks like there actually was more space over there to explore, but whatever. Not going to worry about right now. You can just move up to... By the way, this is desert over here. This guy can move up to here, I guess. Let's get across the desert as quickly as I can. This guy here... Let's go here. And then we'll go right there and right there. So a little bit more eastern territory over here. There's Ephesus, or whatever it is. And I can turn this into a rancher now, so I might as well do that, I guess. So let's get ourselves a rancher. Or actually, I don't really need to get him to be a rancher. I want to get you to be a toolsmith right now, so let's do that. I'll get him to be a rancher next time. And then we'll go from there. By the way, because like that guy's like now tinkerer, he's going to be getting us lots of knowledge. The guy right here, basically producing lots of knowledge, which is very, very awesome. For professional training, what's next? It's really a question of like what's worth like training for right at your needs, I guess. At some point, I should probably have galleys researched, but I don't really need to get those just yet. If I get ranchers, basically, I can, like, you know, construct structures, basically, you know, create pastures for stuff. And one more being called, so I was going to make a quick decision here. We're just going to go after smelters, I guess. Yeah, we'll go after smelters. Or no, you know what? Let's just go after galleys. And I'll be back in a moment while I go see what's going on. Well, hopefully I can avoid being called away for, you know, anything else at this point, but that's more or less getting to the end of this, like, play session for the most part anyways. Let's just finish our turn. Let's see what these guys do. Interesting how we have Eastern and, you know, Western Romans all over the place here in my territory. But anyhow, the bandits over here apparently moved away. I'm going to move you right here. We're just going to try and identify this deposit. These guys can't yet start forging this, so we'll have to wait for it to warm up a little bit before we can basically do that. I'm probably going to make these guys just wait for a moment, so we'll let them do that. And these guys have to move out of the desert so they basically, like, you know, can do more stuff, I guess. So let's do this. Let's go there. Let's go right there. I was moving these guys back, I guess, toward the Roman territory, so let's keep doing that. And there we go. Basically, you can see, like, you know, a bit of Roman Bridgeport working in play right there. There's in our city. And of course, I'm getting steam announcements because, you know, it has to be something bothering me in this, like, you know, in this game for something or another. Okay, this guy's going to enter settlement. And I'll probably start training, like, you know, on our next find for that guy. But for now, let's just finish our turn and, like, you know, go for the next one. Alright, clans are idle. This guy can start foraging, so we'll have him start doing that. My fisherman over here apparently finished his fishing job already, so I'll probably send him down to get that fish, or some other fish somewhere. That seems like a good ideal idea, but before we'll do that, I'll note, by the way, this guy here. This is all shallow water around here, so if I want to, I can try to explore a little bit with him. Fishermen aren't exactly the greatest for exploring because they only have, like, you know, a single tile race, but you can do a little bit of it to see, like, what's around. Okay, this guy's here. We're going to have him basically move up to here, and then right there. And I'll have this guy start moving around a little bit, so you can go right here, you can go right there, you can go right here. And let's have this guy move over to right there. And move on the road right here. Move across the river. And I guess, like, this road is not connected here, which is interesting, so moving back over this way, I guess. Alright, so I still have to turn this guy into, like, you know, rancher or something like that, but well, I guess we could probably do that right now. This guy's been turned to our toolsmith, so she's basically going to be making lots of tools for us now from, like, the iron we basically have. This guy's going to be going to get him to get his honor up and train him into, like, a better, you know, combat type of character. We'll train this guy into a rancher. You can see what ranching is all about. Basically, purebred horses, or these horses down here, I'll be going after. And let's just finish this turn, and I think this will probably be, like, you know, around the last turn I'll be, like, doing here, but whatever. We'll finish. Apparently someone gifted something to Emperor Valens. I can now train galleys. We're going to basically do some honor for next time. And basically I got my rancher made, so that's cool. Let's just produce a little bit of fame and, you know, stuff for that guy. This guy's my rancher. We'll be sending him up toward these horses, so we'll start getting him going over there, I guess. This guy over here, we'll send him up here to, like, look around. There's a farmer, by the way. So there's a, you know, a lumber farmer. Let's get you here. Let's get you here. There's a Roman fort over here, apparently. Let's just go look around in Roman territory, I guess. So there's Ephesus again. I'm actually going to move this guy over here so we can explore down here, I guess, because apparently this area isn't connected to, you know, stuff over here. Okay, that's my fisherman over here. If I want to, I could like explore a little bit around of the Saxon territory, but we'll start moving him down toward like, you know, the ocean at this point, I guess. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. This time made it to the grapes, so we'll start foraging the grapes. Now, I guess like this guy's still technically in a sell profession, so he's in an active profession. At some point, I'll have to put him inside a sell profession, which basically puts him inside the settlement. But I'm basically going to have him, I guess, mine out the salt here for, you know, a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Will be the plan with him. The feel about miners is that they'll basically produce, like, you know, a lot of stuff from like the resources that you basically have, much more like the diggers would. So we'll get lots of salt basically if I want, which can be used to do some interesting things with like food and such. And let's see here. We're going to finish our turn, and we'll go from there, I guess. Okay, so we got ourselves a violent hoarder, apparently. We got ourselves someone who can basically train in honor. I've identified some horses. That's down here. There's lots of horses in my area, apparently, for some reason, but, you know, whatever. Let's identify a deposit here. The fishermen will basically just keep going across the water here. We'll have this guy basically move over to here. This guy lives in camp for a little bit. We'll have my guy over here basically move over here. Have a look around for whatever you can find. Alright, I want to basically give honor to Remsar, so basically you're going to be like a better soldier type. And this guy here. So we basically have a guy who's violent. Violent clans are basically, as you can see, very likely to engage in brawls or feuds, but they have like increased power, so they're very, very good for like fighting. They're also, see this guy's a hoarder, so basically adds some stuff to us. Very interesting that the hoarder basically gives us stuff rather than like, you know, takes it from it. I would expect hoarder being like a negative, but apparently it's positive in this game. With this person here, I probably want to make her a hunter, just for a simple reason that a hunter would be like, you know, something I can send out by itself, and it could like, you know, be at least somewhat able to like defend itself if it gets got into like trouble with something. For stuff to hunt though, I have to like send her like up to like, you know, these like places up here, which, you know, I could do. That's something I could do with her. So what I'm probably gonna do with like Aina here, we'll basically train her to be a hunter. So let's get that out of the way. We'll basically start training you to be a hunter. And I guess I want to start studying professions. So I'll note there's basically a bunch of professions that are like, you know, good for military pursuits. For basically the military stuff you basically build in this game, you got like, you know, the basic hunters, which you already saw. You also have archers, lancers, spearmen, men-at-arms, knights. These are like all basic military units you basically like, you know, make use of to like, you know, kill stuff. And of course, you also use Imperial Legions eventually as well, if like you go for that stuff. Anyhow, we're going to go for Archers, though, and then maybe go for Spearmen. Spearmen are basically like one of the best units to have early on, because they are essentially like, you know, much better than Bandits, and at the same time, they're also not as like annoying to like, you know, deal with his Lancers, because something in this game is that I find like, you know, anything like, you know, dealing with like Warhorses, like the Knights and the Lancers, they have very, very good offensive capability, and they're very, very fast, but you have to basically keep them in your territory to really make good use of them, so I like sending like Spearmen like out to like, you know, do stuff which they won't be able to, you know, easily do to the Lancers because of the supply problems. Is a thing. Alright, let's see here. I'll probably have to move my summon to like get in the race of this, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. For now, I'm actually going to do something for first time. Basically, because we're going to end this thing here, I want to make a bunch of notes. So we'll say Surveyor in the south, check. Basically, I want to check on, you know, this guy. Another thing I probably want to do. What's another thing I basically want to do, I guess? I guess there's not really anything I really have to, you know, worry about at this point, so basically do that for now, just to have like a little bit of notes basically to like, you know, leave me with next time. And, well, we did a few interesting things this time around. I basically got myself a salt mine here, we moved our lumber camp over to here. We basically have like, you know, a knowledge guy in my settlement now, basically some like, you know, profession researched. I actually explored a good chunk of the world at this point, by the way. So the question is, where am I going to move my settlement at this point? Because, well, I'm basically like in this area right now, but it's very possible I can move like to a much more, you know, better area than where I'm currently at some point. Which will probably be something I'm probably looking into doing. But that'll be something to think about for next time. Let's just save the game here. And we'll call this Let's Play 2. You know, I sort of wish that you had like, you know, more like, you know, traditional type of like saving thing where you can basically see like your previous saves and like, you know, how you're basically organizing stuff, but whatever. This is, as I said, a game that, you know, I don't think it's very much like, you know, playable in its current, it's playable in its current state, but it's not, you know, worth buying. I mean, it still needs a lot more fleshed out for it, but, you know, it does have a lot of good ideas, which is why I'm basically showing off this game. But yeah, basically that's it for this playthrough, and I'll see you guys next time.